Hey my beautiful Gemini peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you guys with your mid-January 2023 tarot reading. How are you? I hope you guys are well. I want to wish you all a great start to your year. I hope it's been going fantastic for each and every single one of you. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what we got showing up here for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding mid-January 2023. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac signs of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-January 2023. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Having a look here at the overall energy of your reading. We do begin this reading here with the Four of Pentacles. So, Four of Pentacles showing up here for you. You could be connecting with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I kind of feel here for you guys, this is about being in a position of time where you have a lot that you're holding on to. I do feel for some though, because I never naturally see this with the Four of Pentacles, but I kind of do feel like you could be sitting on a lot of abundance, but you could be keeping it to yourself. So for some Geminis, you might actually be sitting on a good amount of money, good amount of fortune. You could be sitting on, I'm hearing like literally like you're sitting on a like not a landmine but a gold mine, okay? Hopefully not a landmine, right? But definitely sitting on a gold mine here. This is going to be the weirdest channeling I think I've ever done. Gemini, if you've recently moved into a house or if you have a very old house, you might want to check, okay? There might be like an actual mine that's around the house, okay? I don't know if you'll find anything in there, but there could be like a literal mine there. At the end of the day, though, too, the property value of the place you're sitting on could be worth a lot. So I will say, Four of Pentacles, if you have property, if you own property, check and take a look at what it's worth. It might actually be worth a lot, and it might actually be worth taking that money and potentially selling it, you know, and then using the money to buy something else. So just saying, you could be sitting on a lot of money, all right, for some of you guys. Quite physically, quite literally, that could be happening here. So I do feel like Four of Pentacles, you know, you could be holding your assets, you could be holding on or sitting on a fortune right now. That could be the case for some of you, but most of you here, what the Four of Pentacles is going to represent is you're keeping something to yourself. You're holding on to something, all right, is the usual gist here of the Four of Pentacles. Now, having a look here into your current situation, let's have a look. We do have here a Five of Cups. We also have here a Two of Pentacles. And then lastly here for you, we do have here the Seven of Wands. Okay. Five of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. There's definitely a bit of grief occurring here for you jumping into mid-January. I do feel with the Five of Cups, there is something here that you're upset about. Something here was lost that, of course, brought happiness into your life. And I think that with the Two of Pentacles coming into play, it's like the feelings and emotions are coming in waves. You know, there's certain times where you can feel okay and where you feel stable. And then there's other times where it's like, honestly, I'm just really sad. I'm really bummed, you know? So you're going up and down and all around town emotionally. And that's okay. It's pretty natural, you know, at the end of the day, when there's moments of grief, there's different stages of grief, and most of the time you're going to feel pretty inconsistent and up and down for a while. Seven of Wands jumping in here as the last card for your current situation. I think right now you're kind of on the defensive a little bit. You're not really open to expressing to other people what you're going through and what you're dealing with. You're kind of holding things in and keeping things to yourself at this time. And I do feel like you're just not really interested in wanting to communicate about what you're dealing with. You're kind of just dealing with it on your own because you'd rather do it that way. So Four of Pentacles here being a card of being reserved, it makes a lot of sense. You know, you're staying reserved. You're staying in recluse here, Gemini, because it's like, that's what I'd rather do. I don't really feel like opening up right now to other people. And if that's the case and that's how you feel, that's incredibly fine. You know, nothing to worry about there. You are allowed to do what you feel is best for you. Okay. We did, by the way, have a flipper come out, King of Wands. I'm going to put this back in the deck, but nonetheless, King of Wands showing up here. This could represent a person who's nosy, okay? King of Wands can be a bit of a nosy card sometimes, where somebody kind of just charges on in and always seems to have an interest in what you got going on. So maybe one of the main factors as to why you're kind of keeping everything to yourself at this moment could be due to like a very nosy person. Probably could be somebody within your family sector. So maybe you got like a very nosy family member. But if it's not a family member, it could be anybody. Okay. All right, though, Gemini, moving along here forward, let's have a look here and see what's potentially coming in here for you regarding your mid-January. So what's potentially going to be coming in here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-January 2023. What's potentially coming in here for you? First card out, we got here a Three of Wands. Next card out, we got here a Six of Cups. And then lastly for you is going to be the Moon card. So looking at what's coming in for you, Three of Wands to the Six of Cups. I do feel that there's a part of you that's going to be wondering to yourself, is what I lost ever going to return to me? For example, let's say this Three of Cups represents a breakup. You might be wondering, will my ex-partner come back to me? Will my past ever be the same as my present ever again? I do feel like what's coming in here for you is going to be these thoughts, And I think that once again, it kind of goes back to the different stages of grief. Sometimes it could be really hard to kind of accept the situation for what it is. So there's hope, and I do feel for some of you, what's coming in here could potentially be hope that, the past can become the present again. And I think that it makes you very emotional because it's hard to confront the fact that some situation in your life that you're dealing with right now is a part of your past and it's not a part of your present, If there is a breakup that occurred, it's just really bizarre to look at this person as an ex rather than as my, boyfriend, my girlfriend, right? And it's just a bizarre feeling, and it's going to be a very inconsistent feeling for a while. You're going to accept it. I don't want to sit there and tell you you're not, Gemini. You're going to accept it for sure, but things are going to feel odd and bizarre for a while. So what's coming in here for you is just very odd feelings, emotions coming in waves, inconsistency in emotions. It's a lot of things to expect in terms of grief. So it's a lot of things to expect there. Okay. Moving along here forward though, let's see what we can expect though. All right. Throughout the rest of your mid-January, because things definitely here can change. So what can Gemini expect here, please? Throughout the rest of their mid-January, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Throughout mid-January 2022, what can my beautiful Gemini peeps expect here? First card out, we do have here the Lovers. Hello. Lovers card is the Gemini card, so you guys are showing up clearly in the read. Next card is going to be the Temperance. Then we have here the Eight of Cups. And then lastly for you, we do have here the Nine of Wands. So I do think healing is going to start taking place here for you. I definitely can see that as a factor because you do have here the Temperance, which is the card of healing. Now, Lovers card here to the Temperance. I do think that this is about recognizing that I have to heal and I have to accept the fact that I can miss a situation or I can still love a person from a distance. If this is happening in love and you and somebody are no longer together, you're accepting the fact that you will heal, you will move on, but you can also still love that person from a distance. Even if you know that you're not going to be together with them and that things are over in that aspect, I can still care for them. Those feelings aren't going to go away instantly. It's going to take time for those feelings to change. So overall for you, Gemini, Eight of Cups here to the Strength card, Eight of Cups here to the Nine of Wands, it's like, even if I still have these feelings for somebody, I'm not going to openly admit them. I'm not going to constantly convey my feelings to the person. I'm going to walk away and I'm going to let myself love from a distance. And in due time, I'm going to let myself heal as time continues to progress, as time continues to move forward. Now, let's say this is not a love situation, because for a good majority of Geminis watching, this very well likely might not be a love situation for you. So let's say you lost something in reference to I lost a friendship. Same thing's happening here. You can still love that person from a distance. But at the end of the day, if you know that it's not meant to be, if you know the two of you aren't working out, and if you accept that, you're going to heal in your own time and as time progresses. And you're just going to keep how you feel to yourself because you recognize I can still care about somebody from a distance. It doesn't make me a bad person to care, but by recognizing where we're at and recognizing that we don't have a connection anymore, that's okay too. So I'll heal in due time and I'll love somebody from a distance, and eventually feelings here will change. Now, it also doesn't have to be about a person specifically. It could be about your job. This is like, I'm not happy that I lost a certain career space or a certain career didn't work out for me. And you know what? I could still be passionate about that career, but if it wasn't working out for me, it wasn't working out for me. So I'm going to open myself up to a different kind of career, whatever other options I have. And I can still care about a certain career space, but maybe it's time for me to explore because maybe something else is meant for me. Something better out there is meant for me. So I think that you're going to end up going through many different stages of grief here in your mid-month, but eventually you're going to come to a place of peace, where you have peace of mind and where you're able to, make peace with the fact that something is over. You're still going to care about it, but you can make peace that it's over. You can accept that, and you can allow yourself to heal as time passes by, and you can allow yourself to open your eyes to kind of like the other options that you might have going forward here into the future. All right, Gemini, that's what I feel like you can expect here. Let's go ahead though and have a look at some advice from the universe. So what advice is showing up here, please, from the universe for the zodiac sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout January, mid-January 2023. What advice from the universe is showing up here for Gemini throughout mid-January? First card out, we got here the Four of Swords. Next card out is going to be the Ace of Pentacles. Moving along here to 2 more cards, we also have here the Queen of Swords, and then we also have here the 9 of Pentacles. So universe is making some pretty bold statements here that I think are going to be very, very good for you. First things first, 4 of Swords to the Ace of Pentacles. Universe says it's not the time to go into rest mode, Gemini. It's not the time to go into recluse. Even though you are keeping to yourself, there is nothing wrong with you right now. There's nothing wrong with you in general, Gemini. Let me not have Mercury retrograde right now. There's nothing wrong with you in general, but there's nothing wrong, what I'm trying to say, there's nothing wrong right now with being in a position to where you're keeping your emotions and your feelings to yourself. You know, your business is your business. Not everybody needs to know your business, okay? So especially if you got fucking nosy people, you don't gotta tell people shit. So Gemini, your feelings and emotions, that's totally fine. Keeping that to yourself. But the last thing you want to do in mid-January is be in recluse in the sense that you're not open to other opportunities, because opportunities will present themselves this year. And I feel like, of course, it's not just for mid-January, it's for the entire year. Other opportunities are going to show up. So if you were dealing with a love-related situation, like, don't close out new love. You know, don't not be open to it, because chances are you very well likely might meet somebody that you will fall in love with this year. You know, if your career didn't work out the way that you wished it would, don't close out, you know, doing a career or having another career that could be awesome and beneficial. You know, definitely keep your options open, because you might find something even better than the previous career that maybe you're no longer working with, right? So don't rule out that better isn't coming. Don't shut yourself down and close yourself off to any opportunities, says the universe here, because better opportunities will come. And it's not the time here to rule out that they will not be happening, right? So I think it's important here. Don't shut down your opportunities. Stay open. All right, so blessings here can be received. Moving along here into the next 2 pieces of advice, Queen of Swords to the 9 of Pentacles. Don't be afraid at this time either to be in a position of time where you are on your own. 9 of Pentacles is a card of confidence. It's a card of being in a position to where you are confident in who you are, you're confident in what you're doing, and you're confident in your ability to get things done. Embody the energy of confidence as much as you can, says the universe in this situation. And with the Queen of Swords as well, Queen of Swords here says, don't be afraid to go clearly or to move towards things that you clearly desire. So what does this mean, Gemini? Queen of Swords coming into play here for you is a card that talks about very clear intention. Make sure your intentions of what you desire and what you wish to do are clear. So for example, if you know that, let's say right now another opportunity comes up for your career, if you can clearly say, this is an opportunity I want to be invested in, then go for it, and go for it with confidence, okay? I think what the universe is trying to say is that if you can clearly decide that you want something to be a part of your life, go into it with confidence, go into it balls to the wall, and watch yourself succeed. This is not a time to be fearful or to be afraid. Just be clear on what you want and go for it, okay? Not a time to be holding back, not a time to be resting, not a time to be a 4 of Swords and be in that energy of rest. It's a time here to take opportunities that are showing up in your life. So if an opportunity shows up and you're like, yeah, I definitely want this opportunity, go for it, go balls to the wall, be confident, and you're going to actually see a lot of things here work out, okay? So I feel like that's what the universe is trying to bring up here for you. So hopefully those messages resonate well. We also did have another card come out, which is going to be the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, that kind of goes with these cards here as well. 7 of Pentacles being a card of planting seeds so that you can harvest the fruits of your labor. So universe says right now, don't be afraid to make investments either. Don't be afraid to go after what you want, because by putting the work in, right? Think about it this way. When you plant crops, it takes time. You know, the crops need to be watered. They need time to grow. But when it's harvesting time, you harvest those crops, and after all your hard work, you can enjoy all the fruits of your labor. So that is what the universe here is saying right now. It's a time to work, work, work. It's not a time to be slow. It's not a time to be in that energy of taking a rest. Put in your investments and you will see it grow. And once it grows, you can harvest, okay? All right, Gemini, having a look here at your overall outcome for mid-January 2023. What is going to be the overall outcome here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? And what do we got? We got here the Devil paired here with the 3 of Pentacles. Yep, you are making repairs here to your situation. Devil card here represents the energy of feeling stuck. I think whenever you lost, whatever this is, whether it was a relationship, whether it was a job, whether it was anything, you know, you lost something, and it definitely in the month of mid-January, you know, it's putting you through different stages of grief. You know, that's very apparent. But like I said, you're coming out okay, you know? You're going to move to a place where you can find peace with what happened, and you'll still care about and you'll still miss whatever you lost, but you know that you'll heal in due time. So you're going to be okay emotionally. You're going to be fine getting through this, is what I see for many of you. But what I like so much is that looking at the outcome here, it's like, I'm not stuck anymore. The devil, right? The devil card here is the card of being stuck, of being tied and bound to a certain situation in your life. And then having a Three of Pentacles come along with this, Three of Pentacles here is the card of putting things back together, of building and rebuilding. So you're going to be rebuilding yourself here. No longer will you be stuck, you're rebuilding. Now, Three of Pentacles for me is usually a card as well that I identify with picking up the pieces. What I mean by that is that if you are a Gemini currently with a broken heart, you'll be picking back up the pieces. You'll be making your heart whole again. So that may very well likely here resonate with a few Geminis as well, okay? So Gemini, I love it for you. You're going to be rebuilding here. You're not going to be trapped. You're not going to be stuck. You're going to come to a place where you're definitely a lot more peaceful this month, and you're able to make peace with what happened, and you'll care from a distance, but each and every single day it'll get easier. And you know what? Universe says other opportunities are coming in here for you. At the end of the day, rejection's God's protection. Whatever's not meant for you isn't going to align to you, right? But whatever is meant for you, it will align with you. So that's why there is opportunities flowing in here for you. And that's why it's an apparent time to not be in rest mode and to not be in hermit mode, but instead to take a look at the opportunities presented to you. And if it feels right, take those opportunities, because universe here is getting ready here to redirect you. Rejection's God's protection, but universe here is trying to, invoke redirection so that you can go to where you're supposed to go next, so that you can go to a great path that's much better than what you were previously dealing with. I know right now nothing will feel like anything is better than what you previously had and what you've lost, but there's always something better out there waiting for you and waiting to align with you. And that's where the universe is getting ready here to redirect you towards. Okay. All right, Geminis, I love you very much. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it so much. If you are new here, definitely consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy here to invite you into the Soul family. But I love you guys. Have a great and amazing rest of your January, and I will see you guys in the next video. Much love, Gemini, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.